Hey guys, for today's video, my 3 cards, 1 stamp set, I'm going to be using the Amazing Life stamp set. Here it is. It's a really cute stamp set. We got it for free. Demonstrators that went to On Stage in November got this stamp set in our little welcome box for when we registered. And it comes with 17 stamp sets. It is a photopolymer. I'm sorry, it comes with 17 stamps. 1 stamp set. But it is photopolymer, and the images are quite big. They are shown at 90% here. So I love this big image. It's really cool. Or sentiment. So happy to have you in my life. I think that is a great sentiment. Life's too short to say no to cake. And then you get some images. Just really, really cute stamp set. If you have the Occasions catalog, it is on page 28. And remember, the Occasions catalog will end before you know it. The Occasions catalog goes until the end of May, and the Celebration catalog, an opportunity to earn a free product, it goes away at the end of March. So if you're holding on to something, you know, you may want to place the order soon. Also, Celebration items have been kind of selling out, and by the time they get more, it'll be towards the end of March. Especially the ribbon is specifically what I'm talking about. And when the ribbon comes back, I think well, it has to come back in March. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's March. It's then only while supplies last. So just keep that in mind if you're really wanting something or you want to earn some free product. Now, with this stamp set, I'm going to be doing the 3 cards, and it's going to be the beginner, medium, and more advanced. I'm still trying, you know, to work with that. So beginner, if you're not familiar, somebody that is just getting into card making, may not have a lot of supplies, maybe just has a little bit of ink, the stamp set, and acrylic block, maybe some colors. So that is what I consider a beginner. Medium is somebody that crafts, has quite a bit of supplies, but really only makes a card if they need it. Oh, I need a birthday card, I'm going to go make one. It's not somebody that crafts often or frequently. And then a more advanced crafter would be someone like me, and probably you watching, where you have a good amount of supplies and you craft just to craft. You may make cards and not necessarily need a card at that time, but you enjoy putting cards together, which is definitely me. And you may have more supplies, embossing folders, you may have a die cutting machine. So that's what we're going to do today. I will be bringing in supplies as I make the cards, and I'll obviously let you know what those are. All supplies will be listed below. I would sure appreciate your business. It would mean a lot to me. And if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up, let me know, especially during Celebration, because you can earn, you don't earn, but you can, in your starter kit, you get more product during this time, which is a great deal. But let me know if you have questions about that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the beginning card, then do the medium, then do the more advanced. And I'm going to speed this up and go into voiceover. So let me know if you have questions, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, for the first card, I'm going to take Rich Razzleberry and Blushing Bride ink, and I'm taking a Whisper White card panel. You can use your card base to make this card and do it as a 1 layer. You don't have to have the extra card panel. I typically like to have a card panel, so I'm using that. So I go ahead and use Blushing Bride to stamp the cake, and here I'm kind of pressing the ink pad together to get some ink on my lid. This works with the old style ink pads. I don't have luck with the new style ink pads doing this, so I just take the new style ink pads and put them on a surface that you can wipe clean. I'm going to do the same with Crushed Curry, and what I'm doing is I'm taking a blender pen and I am coloring the image. Now, a beginner, this is my beginner card. They may not have a blender pen, but you can use any color media that you have. You can use Crayola colored pencils if you want. So just keep that in mind if you are a new crafter and you don't have a lot of supplies, that, you know, use what you have in your stash, play around a bit. I stamped in Rich Razzleberry the sentiment, and then I stamped with the Blushing Bride, I believe, the flower, and here I am coloring it again. You could also, with the ink pads, you can also take a little bit of water and color these images using a, you know, as a watercolor. Just use very little if you're not using watercolor paper. go ahead and attach this to my card base, and that completes the first card. Really simple. For card 2, we got this little pack at the event in November. I forgot what it was called all of a sudden. And it's a little take and make. And it had this little note card to create this little mini card, but I'm actually going to do a full-size card and use that picture as my inspiration for my medium level card. So I'm taking fresh fig and I am stamping out happy birthday, and I'm not being careful at all. I don't care if it's crooked. It goes way slanted. I don't care if it's evenly spaced. That would drive me insane if I had to try to get it perfect. I used the 2 pieces of cardstock that came in that little packet and used my circle stitch die and my scallop stitch die. I'm sorry, circle stitch die and scallop die to cut these 2 pieces out, and I go ahead and attach them. And then I take some old olive ribbon and attach the ribbon. I just kind of wrap it around. So your medium level card would be someone who has a big shot, has the supplies, maybe not a lot, but does have kind of your basic, a ribbon or a thread, a twine, a big shot, and then your staple dies, such as a circle die or a scallop die. And I'm just using washi tape to adhere that twine to the back, and then I go ahead and tie a bow. And then I will use a glue dot to attach the bow to the front. I use Stampin' Dimensionals to pop my little cake piece up. Of course, that's completely optional if you don't have dimensionals. Just lay it flat. Go ahead and use a glue dot and pop that bow down. And then I do go ahead and bring in sequins. Sequins are really easy to come by. You can get them at any craft store and get them at Walmart, I'm pretty sure. So just thought I would add a couple sequins. And this is a 1-layer card. I stamped directly on my card base. Although I have that dimensional cake piece, I don't know if that would qualify as a 1-layer card, but it's really, really simple. Anyway, for my most advanced card, I'm using this new embossing folder, and it is a lace embossing folder, and it's one of those textured ones where it creates quite a bit of dimension. It's gorgeous. It's brand new. It's in the Occasions catalog. It will be linked below. Definitely a folder I like having in my stash because it's so fancy. I went ahead and used this larger sentiment, stamped it out. I'm going to use the, what is it called? The rectangle stitch dies that are brand new with Stampin' Up! To cut out that sentiment. To the left, I had used an oval die and I hated it, so I did not, I redid it off camera. But here I'm doing the same thing where I'm taking a blender pen. Now, this is not a Stampin' Up! Blender pen. It's a blender pen I have in my stash. But Stampin' Up! I will link below. They're basically the same thing. So they look the same except for the name on them is different. I go in and take this crushed curry and stamp around the sentiment. I fussy cut out my flowers. And I used fresh fig cardstock to cut out a larger square that will go behind my sentiment. I do pop up the flowers. Go ahead and adhere this down. I pop up the flowers with dimensionals, and I also pop up the sentiment panel. I've gone ahead and attached my embossed, I believe that's saffron cardstock that I used. I attached that to my card base already, and here I'm popping this up. I'm going to attach that down, and then I will attach the flowers. I hated covering up that embossed piece, but it worked out okay. Go ahead and attach the flowers. And you could attach Wink of Stella, or you could mark it up with Wink of Stella to give it some sparkle. You could add some sequins. You could have added some ribbon to really make it pop and go all out. But those are my 3 cards. Easy, medium, advanced. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite card was. I hope you guys are enjoying how I'm doing the 3 cards, 1 stamp set. I think It's a nice way to show you the versatility of a stamp set. I will have all the supplies listed below. As always, your support is appreciated. Stay tuned. I will have a 10 cards, 1 suite coming up. I'm hoping this week. That's my goal. If not this week, definitely the beginning of next week. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.